Okay, there we go. Good afternoon, subscribers. It's roughly around 3 p.m. We're gonna go get some gas. Pretty much wasted all of the day. I've been up, just didn't want to get out. As you can see, the garage is kind of full, so I pulled out my fire extinguishers, marking off my spot. We're low on the gas. I'm gonna pick up this gas, but as you can see, it's a pretty nice day. Trying to decide where to get the gas. There's a new area that new to you guys if you haven't been here before. I passed it a couple times in the summertime, or the ending of summer, September. Haven't really been around this way in a while, but it's the place where they have this ship that's a restaurant, I believe. Let's get across the street while we can. So I'm going to take you there, and then we're going to explore some more of the Santron area. That's another expat area. I mean, I've taken you there, but we haven't really explored it extensively. Try not to get hit by a car and merge. He's not gonna let it merge. Fucking asshole. He knows that we're supposed to be on this side of the road, and he's supposed to go over there. Cars are not supposed to drive over here unless they're going to a business or turning, but they're supposed to drive in this middle part. So we're gonna put a 30,000 dong in here. So we got our gas. God, I love Vietnamese women's eyes. I see you, man. He even made eye contact with me to make sure I wasn't gonna shoot out and hit him. That leads me to believe he's probably been in a bad experience before. Again, honking here in Vietnam is they're not being dicks. They're not being rude. It's just their way of saying, hey, I'm coming through, you know, and I do it all the time as well. So don't be offended. Don't take it as an act of aggression. It just is what it is. So I got the drone, so we might take some aerial footage. Now, I would have made that right there, cut straight, and then been able to get on the Dragon Bridge, but we're going underneath the Dragon Bridge to the right. And they only put a little strip of pavement. They need to really pave this road. And it looks like they're getting ready for the pavement. So that's good. And finishing up this building. It looks like they still got a long ways to go finishing up this building. Lots of condos and apartment buildings. I'm assuming they're condos, are going up along the riverfront, which we are at now. All right. There's the Dragon Bridge. Oh man, it was a beautiful day today. As you can see, not too many clouds. I just didn't feel like getting out of the bed. Finally getting out now. So here's the night market that's over here where I get the oysters. And we're gonna find a nice place to park once we get up to where the boat is and take a walk around here. It looks like everyone's getting ready for like the new year. So this city should be jumping New Year's. We're gonna check out that place on the waterfront New Year's. Probably hop around to a couple spots. There's a few rooftop bars that are having parties. I just haven't decided where to go. I don't have anyone to go with or anyone to confirm with. So, yeah. All right. So let's find a place to park. Out here. I think the best thing for us to do would be to turn right here. Face this direction so we can see what's coming from the left and the right, and we're gonna just shoot right ahead, straight ahead to where you see those motorbikes over there and park and we'll walk around. I don't want to block anyone in, but I also want to put my bike where no one will block me in. So we're going to try it right here. So I've been meaning to get over to this area and just been lazy. I'm not going to make excuses. Just downright laziness. And to be honest, kind of lacking the encouragement because of this subscriptions weren't going as well as they are now. Not that they're going very well, but a lot better. Although I don't know why people have subscribed and then unsubscribed. But it is what it is. So there's a lot of restaurants and businesses here, as you can see, and it extends down, and condos and apartments and whatnot. But we'll start first with the marina. Looks like there's a couple yachts over here, some people over there. Let's see what they're doing. So there's a bank right here, or an ATM, little seating area to sit out here. It's all blocked off, I assume. Because I don't remember this being here. I'm assuming they're getting ready for New Year's. I think it's going to be a big fanfare for New Year's. I don't think I want to go to, I don't know the name of that street. And I don't want to just keep saying the Antone bar area. So we need to figure out a code word for that area. Maybe Gen Z bar area, I don't know. Millennial bar area. So tell me what you think we should call that. One of those two I think would be precise to call that place. Would be a great. Can I get through here? Yeah, why not? So it looks like a little coffee shop here. People networking over here. A couple boats and jet ski. I did see a jet ski, so now I know where it came out. Saw a jet ski the other day when I was going over the bridge, but I didn't film it. So people just out here taking photos. You see there's the Dragon Bridge right there. Little Christmas, well, big Christmas tree. I can't wait for this Osmo Pocket 4 to come out. Okay, as if you didn't fucking see me. I would have been wrong if I would have kept walking and bumped into it, right? Anyways, nice boats, look well maintained. It would be interesting to know who are the owners, what nationality these owners are. It's a nice boat. Not too many marinas for, I'm just gonna say, foreigners to have boats. I did take you to that place that's way down this part of the river where they are building that complex where I took the drone footage over. There are some places where they're putting out like a ramp for boats and marina, and you could see that there were already boats there, but they were fishing vessels. So we're gonna head down this way and explore. But that looks like nice. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be lit up. There's supposed to be fireworks, but I can't get that confirmed if there's gonna be fireworks or not. And I asked actual Vietnamese people, so maybe we'll ask some people here if there's gonna be fireworks on New Year's. And if so, what time? So we might go check out what's going on the beach for the beginning part of New Year's, and then when the countdown comes, probably head over here and watch the fireworks. Which makes sense because the ocean is really rough, and to have a barge or a boat out there shooting fireworks, as you can see, the water is very calm on the river. And not as brown as it was if you paid attention to the other videos in the shorts when I do the weather updates, or we're looking at the river, how dirty and murky and brown it is. It's still brown, but not as brown. And those nutrients actually feed the ocean inhabitants, the krill, the algae, the was on the tip of my tongue. Well, anyways, the little microorganisms, they eat all the dirt and the soil and all the nutrients that run off, and then promotes growth in the ocean. So it's not a total bad thing, but that could also be used to grow vegetables and keep the land fertile. You don't want to have too much runoff. So that might be an employee entrance. And I just keep getting all these alerts on my phone and on Facebook for this big party that's supposed to happen. Did I take the keys out of the motorbike? I did not. I'm so used to the other motorbike where the key was in my pocket. So anyways, back to this. I keep getting messages, but I don't know if it's for this. So there's several places I guess they're gonna have a party. So this says like a yacht sleepover, and then free cocktails for all the ladies, no limits, because sex sells, and if there's a lot of ladies, then the guys will come, and then they'll buy drinks and food to try and impress the ladies. Not this guy here. No, 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 no. So yeah, the river is getting more to a greenish brown instead of dirt brown as it was before. I'm assuming we can just walk right in, take a look. Until someone tells me otherwise. So I don't know if there's like several different restaurants in here, which is probably the case. Because I can't imagine this yacht or ship or whatever you want to call it just has one venue run by one organization, conglomerate if you will. But yeah, nice big spot, open space, lighting, little bar over there, but doesn't look like they have a lot of liquor selection, but it looks like beer's on tap. So if you're interested in coming here, you can try it out. So let's look what they have here. Rooftop beer, 5th and 6th floor. Looks nice. And then another one here. Fantastic checkpoint next to the city symbol. Private VIP room. Diverse cuisine. Okay, let's go upstairs. Let's check it out. All right, elevator opened promptly here. So we'll go to the 5th floor. I like that. Doors close very quickly, but it takes a little minute for it to get up. But I hate getting in an elevator. I wouldn't say hate. Hate's a strong word. Strongly dislike getting in an elevator, hitting the button, and the doors stay open for like 10 seconds and then close. That's basically my elevator where I live. Okay. Doesn't look like I will be able to go through there. It looks like they're closed. But this is open. Haha. Okay, a little bathroom here. Women's bathroom. A little music playing. I might have to come here and get a beer. Not tonight, because I'm not drinking tonight or tomorrow night. Eating all that pork, drinking all that beer, I put on some weight. Yeah, this is nice. Hello. I just looking around. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you open?
We open at 5.
At 5 o'clock? Do you have happy hour? No, just regular. Okay. And you have draft beers and cocktails too as well?
We have cocktail and drop.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So they open at 5. He gave me permission to look around. Great view. I'm not much of a day drinker. Actually, I'm not a day drinker at all. Nice. Nice wraparound bar here. You can't sit around it, but there's tables here. Nice views of the city. Great spot. So my gym is across here, about right in this area here. I got in an accident right about over here. If you see where the Dragon Bridge head is, you maybe go 10 yards, and that's where I got in the accident, trying to come from this road here, not the one you can see, but that would be behind there, coming here and then trying to get onto the Dragon Bridge, and that's where I got clipped. And then over there, around in this area right here, is where the knockoff clothing, fake goods are. And that's where a lot of the Koreans stay, and that's where Susie's nail shop is, which I need to go. That lady rushed, didn't shape the nails correctly, and they're starting to split and break. So one broke already, and one's got a crack in it, so I'm gonna have to lose 2 of them. So my hand's gonna look awkward. I'm not happy about that. So when I went in to get the nail repaired, I specifically asked for the lady, and she came out, and they repaired it for free, but I still gave her 50,000 dong for doing it. The shop didn't charge me anything. So she was appreciative of that, but I said, nah, I'm only gonna rock with her because she took her time, but the other lady just came in and just started filing away and not shaping it the way I like. So we're gonna stick with this other lady. I was supposed to go Friday, I didn't, so I'll probably go tomorrow, go to the gym, head over there. Jesus, these ladies' eyes, just get lost. You're gonna hear me, get used to it. You're gonna hear me say it. These beautiful ladies here in Vietnam, their eyes are just like Medusa. Just they turn something else to stone. All right, so let's just take a walk around this boardwalk, see what we can see. So there's a little nail shop right there. Looks like a milk tea store there. A little mini mart, if you will. I think that's a dentist office. That's a little hot pot, I think, restaurant on the corner there. Karaoke. So it's not hard to tell the clientele in which they're trying to cater to, which is obviously the Asians, mainly Koreans and Chinese. That's why I never really came to this area. But we're gonna take a nice look. There's a spa there. So it must be a little side entrance because they have the sign pointing going down that way. Little motel, hotel. When I say little, that's little. But it looks like it's boarded up, that it needs to be fixed, if you will, or renovated. I don't know if this one is open. That's a little, looks like a liquor store, if I'm not mistaken. I would like to try Japanese and Chinese liquor. Apparently, Japanese whiskeys and brandies and whatnot are quite expensive and even better than the stuff in the US, surpassed in quality. Now, I don't drink those liquors, so I can't, even if you put some in front of me and said taste and whatnot, I can tell you what tastes good to me, but I can't be someone who's, you know, oh, I taste notes of this, and I know there's no tannins, or at least I don't think there's tannins in whiskey. The tannins are heavy, and I don't know anything about whiskey. I'm not a dark liquor guy. I used to drink Jose Cuervo by the gallon, but switched to white tequila many years ago, and that's mainly what I drink. But I drink vodka now. So this is a little Korean barbecue place here. Looks nice. Maybe, just maybe, is it worth me playing Frogger and trying to get across the street? Maybe we'll look in the place on the way back. Let's just continue to walk. Sun's coming through the clouds. Feels good. Need to get some of that vitamin D. I'm pretty sure this will be next, and their beautification of the surrounding areas here in Da Nang, because they've already fixed up the beachfront and they are continuing to fix up the beachfront. Ladies out here selling their seafood, as you can see, steps to get down, and you can get to your boats. So if you want to pull your boat up to the side, and this lady's gonna get some water to wash off her seafood, but they've got their little die-hard battery here that runs their little fans, which keep the shrimp and the fish oxygenated so they don't die. Ingenious. also more eating establishments, Arabic and Vietnamese restaurant. Okay, so a hybrid and seafood. So probably a halal restaurant. So if you're looking for, I'm gonna assume halal because Arabic and Arabs and all that, from my knowledge, again, not trying to be disrespectful or funny, only eat halal meat, and that's just the way it's slaughtered. I believe, from my knowledge, like the Jewish, the net has to be cut in one swoop, and it has to drain all the blood, and that's with a certain type of knife, and that's as far as I know. So it can't be like many different hacks to cut the neck and drain the blood, and it has to be hung upside down to drain all the blood out of the body. So that's as far as I know. Could be some other things that are involved, but I haven't really worked in too many Jewish kitchens in the US. Worked in a couple restaurants who had dedicated Jewish kitchens where we had to have a rabbi come in, bless everything. Knives were color coded. We had our own dish station that couldn't go to another dishwasher downstairs, so it was actually a Jewish kitchen on its own floor, which didn't get much use, but we had it for people who are kosher and wanted to eat at our restaurant inside of the hotel. And then I worked at a place in Jersey where we made quiches and soups and pasta salads and sold them to supermarkets and other stores to resell. And we had a rabbi come in and we had to power wash the walls, put everything away into a back refrigerator, lock it, seal it, and then we could do our Jewish production. Little pharmacy here, hotel, and you're in between two bridges, and you can walk this. Now it seems far away, but it's not. As you can see, we're getting close to this other bridge over here. It is not. Like when I take those walks with you on the beach, I'm basically walking from the Dragon Bridge to this bridge, sometimes longer. It just seems like it's a large distance, but it isn't. I have yet to walk across these bridges. I see people do it all the time. It's a great source of exercise. You'll be surprised once you get here how close everything is. I don't need to live on the beach. When I first got here, I was like, beach, 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 beach. And even when I came back the second time, I'm like, yeah, I want to be close to the beach, close to the beach. And I am close to the beach, not close to the beach in the sense that it's a 5-minute walk, maybe a 20-30 minute walk, depending on how fast you walk. I've never walked it, could be even shorter than that. But my point is, it's still walkable, but it's not like walk out of your condo and walk 5 minutes to the beach like the Antong area. If you're close in that area, like 10-15 minutes at the most. Some little dead mantis shrimp here. So anyways, I guess what I'm saying is a lot of things are very walkable here in Danang. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it. I think it's Danang. So if I'm not mistaken, this is where the mall is, which I was supposed to do that video today, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We are going to compare prices at Windmart and prices at Moonmelt. I like Moonmelt. I went into Windmart yesterday to get that salt and pepper. They didn't have it. I think it was $6,000. I went to the little side store down one of the streets close to my house. They didn't have it. She pointed across the street and said, go down the alley, which I drove through earlier that day to show you the street where you can get just one street alley, which is close to where I live, where you can get the vegetables, where I was getting everything from the old lady. And I pulled out 10,000, expecting it to be like 5 or 6. And he just smiled and said, yeah, 10,000. And I'm like, wait, I thought it was 6. He says, no, 10. I just gave him the 10. So 40 cents. If you're rounding up. 5,000 is 19 cents. So 10,000 be 40 cents. I was gonna sit there and argue. I just want salt and pepper for my guacamole, which I finished the rest maybe about an hour, 2 hours ago. Guacamole does not last in my house, my apartment. I make it and I smash that within a day. That avocado was a little firm at the top, the long part, but the big base was soft. So I just took the harder part and mashed it with a little bit with a fork. Just I guess you could say mash. I just smashed it and then put it in the bowl. Smash, put it in the bowl, mash. And then I put the lime juice in and let it sit for a few hours as I was out making that video yesterday. And I came back and it helped break down that harder avocado. So it still had texture, but it started to become soft, so it was nice and creamy. It was nice. So yeah, this is the mall. As you can see, there's a big project going on here. Big project. And they've been working on it for quite some time. This is a big giant hotel or condo. Very nice, as you can see. Doesn't look occupied or full capacity, but could be. People just probably have their blinds closed. But this is gonna be a big project. As you can see, it goes from this street all the way up to the main street. And then all the way down here into the mall. It's gonna be huge. Just the space they're digging underground is huge. So I guess that's a rendition of what it's gonna look like right there. But lots of development here along the banks of the river. There's one that's really, really nice, quite a ways down where the barbecue restaurant is in that area. But it looks pretty nice on the outside. So I'm assuming these people are going to come and set up their little restaurants and stalls. See the people have their chairs out. She's getting her sugarcane juice. And then when the people get off work, when I say the people, the Vietnamese or tourists who are coming here and enjoying the local cuisines will come out here and they'll have the chairs set up and they'll eat. I doubt we'll be out here at that time. So at the end of this road, it keeps going down to the last bridge, which you might be able to see in between that pillar where all those pink leaves are, plants with the pink flowers. That's the last bridge. There's an IT area over there. It's like an IT park. So there are tech firms here. I met a guy, actually the husband to the lady who makes the sandwiches, was a video game developer working for a company here in Vietnam. And then maybe, I believe it's an hour and a half, there's a big city that they're developing. That's a tech city. if I can look up the name and where it is precisely, I'll add it into the video. And you can see the port. See the big cranes and everything there? Let's see if I can do this. I finally figured out how to do the zoom. So it says to hold this down. Then it popped up, okay. And I can zoom in. All right. So I don't know if you can see the cranes there and the cars going over that bridge, but I don't believe I'll be able to fly there. All right, let's hold it and then zoom back to normal. All right. Guess I could have looked that up on YouTube and figured this out a long time ago. But anyways, excuse my voice. The ports over there are incorporated into military. And I don't want no smoke with the government here, because you're not supposed to fly by government installations. So just when I was going to take my drone up in that millennial Gen Z bar area, I showed you that military school right there. Yeah, not going to do that. Not getting my drone confiscated. People keep telling me about, well, let me say this. One person, two people, that's it. Keep telling me about people getting their drones confiscated at the airports or trying to fly them, and seeing videos where they're approached by the police and they take the drone. I haven't seen any of that on YouTube. I haven't heard anything other than this one acquaintance of mine saying that, so I don't know how true that is. Yeah, but that's the last bridge, and I actually really didn't want to take you up on that bridge at nighttime because everything is all lit up over there and it's beautiful. And then one of these buildings over here is like a big giant billboard. I'm not sure which one it is, but at night on the Dragon Bridge, when you're looking in this direction, the whole building is like a billboard. As you can see, some nice buildings here. There's the Hilton right there. So I think we'll walk to those trees and turn around, get back on the motorbike. It's already 37 minutes. And we will drive to the Santron area, which I think typically we are in the Santron. It's just going to be straight ahead that way towards the beach. You can see the mountains in the distance. But such a beautiful day. Weather, I mean, the temperature is great. The weather is great. A slight breeze. The mall's right there. This is an enormous space. I like this greenery. Maybe they should put a little bit more greenery here. Make it more like a park. Attract more people, attract families. Maybe anticipation of having these big projects coming as far as development. Maybe they thought that this would be utilized, so just left it like this until these projects are finished. I don't think anything's being built here yet, but great location. I like how these trees are all in a row. Look how nice and manicured they are. Look how green these top stalks are, or top of the trees where the coconut fronds or palm fronds come out. like they peeled them or shaved them to look that way. And they just go straight down. So if you're looking for a place to jog or run with nothing to impede you, you could basically jog and run this from probably where those buildings are all the way back down to the Dragon Bridge and a little beyond the Dragon Bridge, because this extends that far. And those are the buildings that you see in the distance that I was talking about. I want to take the drone up and check those out, and the barbecue restaurant is down around that way. Which I haven't finished editing that video. I have like a few clips to put in there, but what I wanted to do was interview the guy. So I've been sitting on that video for quite some time, but he makes everything. So I have a video of him making most of his dishes or his meats and preparing the meats and smoker and everything. Spoiler alert, but maybe I'll get over there in the next few days and do a little short interview. The video is already long, so try and get like a 10-minute video at the most. Write down some precise questions and put that in there. And I got one other clip to put to the video, but I've already stored it on my external drive. I just need to add that and another clip, and I'll put that out. I was in no rush because it just seems like when I interview or do longer videos showing and supporting the local Vietnamese people that are making their own food, like that lady buys her own beef, cures it, makes her own roast beef. She buys pork, makes her own ham. She's got a new goose sandwich, which is selling. Roasted goose. Just showing the ingenuity and making everything from scratch and not processed food. The only thing that's processed is the salamis that she buys. But she roasts her own chicken, cures and seasons and roasts her own roast beef, makes her own ham, her own goose liver, turkey when she can get it. Her husband wasn't able to get any turkeys for the holiday season. So, but that video didn't do well. So, I was in no hurry to release the barbecue video, which also did not get many views. Got the little electric vehicles for the kids to ride on. Alright, I got a little bit of the walk. I'm gonna turn this off, charge it, and get on the motorbike and get out of here to the next stop. Okay, well, I was gonna try and take some drone footage, but it's a nice day too. I really wanted to do it. But it's saying that we're in the airport zone. The airport is way far away from here. And any military is way far away from here. But when I try to take off, it says near Đằng Air Base. No, I'm not. And then when I hit unlock, which I can unlock it, it says, sorry, I can't really do it one-handed. Let's see. It says network connection required. So, can't take the drone up. Okay, back at the bike. I was gonna turn down that street that was right ahead of us, but then it runs into what I call one of their highways, street highways, if you will. And so we're not gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna put my wallet in the trunk. So we may go down a little further and then make a right and come in through the back way of the Santron area. Okay, this is gonna be interesting because I got 3 traffic viewpoints. You got traffic coming this way with buses and cars, traffic coming from the front of us, and traffic going this way. So just waiting for a safe spot so we don't get smacked. We're gonna go after this car.